Yo, we are in the building. It's your boy Steven the Dream, this, that, and the third interview series. And we are live here for another edition, man. As I always like to do, man, I like to bring y'all interesting people from the city, outside the city, that's really working, that's doing their thing out here. And I got right now my man, Dranik Souf, artist, producer,
What's up?
creative, all that, man. How's it going?
Everything, man. Everything's good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. It's good to have you here, man.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you first and foremost the name, Dranik Souf. What does
Well,
it mean? Where did it come from? What's the
um,
origins?
Dranik South. All right. So Dranik is basically my last name backwards. It's that simple.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's that simple.
okay.
And then the South, pretty much, man. I spent a lot of my time on the South Side of Charlotte,
Mm-hmm.
and this is my home. So, I'm always represent for the South Side. But I fuck with everybody else though. But South Side is definitely my home. So,
Shout
you
out
know,
to the South.
yeah, definitely. What's
Okay.
up?
So, you from Charlotte, clearly. Growing up on the South Side was I always say like I know different parts of Charlotte. I'm from South Carolina, but when I
Okay.
would go to different parties around, it would be like people would rep the North heavy, the East, the West.
Yeah.
But when it came to the South, like the representation that I heard wasn't there. Now looking at it now, I see the South has produced like a lot of the dope artists and the dope people now. So
hmm
I don't know if it was like that back in the day. Tell me what it was like
Well,
growing up South Side Charlotte.
growing up, I mean, honestly, all you seen was a bunch of people just, trying to do music. When it came to that, like, everybody was freestyling, and that really what made it, from back then to start up to now. I mean, because you got to think, a lot of us are getting older,
All right.
and I'm talking, back 14 years old, 15, 16, just having fun and doing it because we love it. And then, now we want to really make something of it. So
Mm-hmm.
you see more of it coming out, especially this side of town, because it's a lot of real ones out here,
All right.
a lot of fake ones too. But you
True
know,
that.
yeah.
You are a producer and an artist. What came first? Were you beating on drums, beating on keys, or was you reciting rhymes, spitting bars?
Honestly, well, I gotta tell y'all this though. I
Mm?
was born in York, PA, so
Okay.
York, Pennsylvania, and I moved down here probably I was like 10 years old. But growing up there, like with my grandmom, I listened to a lot of old school music all the time, man. Like
Okay.
all the time. Temptation. I mean, basically anybody you can think of, and I just would try to sing and mimic. And back then, I found out that I had a little bit of talent, and from there, it just kind of progressed, and I started writing.
Mm.
And of course, I used to be the guy back in high school, beating on the lunch table,
Okay.
making, trying to do little beats, and then just rapping and rapping. I'll never forget, I think I was about probably in like seventh grade when I first started rapping, and I was just freestyling. Never, done it before really because I was always singing, but
You remember your first rhyme?
man, hell no. It probably, I mean, it probably was some whack ass shit, but I mean, it's if I could ever remember that, man, that'd be a blessing for real, for real. I'll tell you that.
It'd be good to see the progression, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But you were growing up, and so you realized you had a talent. You say singing.
Yeah.
Did it progress in the church too? Like, was it
Um.
anything in that nature? Like, a lot of people grow up. That's where people find out they can sing, and then they realize that ain't the type of music they necessarily should be singing or wanting to sing.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you there. I mean, but honestly, when I was young, I was nervous a lot. I was shy, and not the only people that knew I really sang was like my parents. My grandmom and them. That's all. And my
Hmm.
sister, some cousins. But I didn't really. I wasn't really, trying to get on that big stage, man. I would go to church sometimes, but
Hmm.
I feel like that was nothing for me. I
So
never attempted that.
so then let me ask you then, like, how does one have these dreams? And now we know not just the rappers, the producers are stars now. I mean, you can name 10 producers right now that are bigger than probably 10 rappers.
Yeah.
What in terms of like breaking out of your shell have you had to do or are you doing or when did that
Um.
change?
Videos on YouTube, old ones, and me and my brother Ethan, man. This is back when we were young. I mean, TJ can attest to this, but we used to literally record ourselves, freestyling. and posted them all on YouTube and stuff like that. Like that's what we used to do all the time.
Early YouTube. Though.
Yeah, early. I'm talking about Soldier Boy YouTube times.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
when it was really, and of course we didn't really get anything crazy out of it, but I have a lot of content with that old school stuff, and it's just memories, that I always cherish really. But that's when I realized I wasn't really scared of a camera.
Okay.
But I mean, at that point, I still haven't performed anywhere yet, so I still didn't know about that. But of course I do now. But
yeah. Let me ask you. We with Dranik South here. This, that, and the third interview series. Having those like old school influences, I'm interested in your production lane because, like I like artists. I think when a producer decides that they want to rap or do music as well, that's dangerous because y'all know how to arrange the song, organize it, when the hook's supposed to come in, how the beat's supposed to go right there, when to drop it out. So, having that influence, like, do you use samples? Like, do you study a lot of older guys because you can, realize like the Timberlands, the Pharrells, those guys that do it. What's your production style? I would say.
Well, I guess growing up listening to all those guys throughout my youth, and I think now at this point, man, I want to create my own sound.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're not gonna catch me too fast listening to a lot of other things now, because I'm trying to create my own sound and trying to create my own wave in a sense, especially with the production and just the content of music I have. I mean, and that's really my goal, honestly.
What equipment are you using? Are you Fruit Loops?
Fruity Loops, yeah,
How long? How like early Fruity Loops did you get into? Because I know some guys that started with the shoot. I don't even remember what it looked like back in the day, but I know it ain't the same.
I don't know. I started with Fruity Loops 8, but I was 21 when I first started like music production, recording and making beats. Like, so I've only gotten about 7 to 8 years of like really, the Fruity Loops, and I used Fruity Loops 8 for like I don't know how long. I mean,
you just staying with the same.
Yeah, I literally like now I got the newer version, but for a while, man, I was just trying to learn and teach myself, because I wasn't going to school or anything. I was working, trying to support myself and just teaching myself everything that I could about the software,
What's your favorite plugin? You got a favorite package? You got a favorite?
Well,
not
honestly,
to give away your sauce, but like.
Nah, I mean, my favorite plugin, I guess it would be Nexus, and that's just because of the sounds that I was able to get for them. But I use a lot of different ones. I use a lot of organic software, honestly, or what are they called?
What's that?
Goodness, I don't even know what they're called. But either way, I use a lot of different presets, man. So
okay.
It just depends on the mood, honestly, for real.
Are you a producer that likes to cook up with the artist when you're working with them, or are you okay with sending your beat out and letting the artist find a pocket on it the way you set it up to be? Like, what's your preferred style?
I've done both, but I would rather honestly sit down with an artist and build a beat with them, because you can make beats all day and send them out. People are going to come up with what they come up with, but it's different when you're sitting down with an artist and they're giving you what their vision is. They're making the sounds that they're kind of hearing in their head, and you're just making it come to life. That's like a beautiful moment, man, and it's really organic. A lot of songs come out really great that way.
Yeah, you're right. I want to know, having an ear for music, knowing when something's hot. I'm sure you've probably made something, and is it tough being an artist and saying, you know what, this might not be for me, but I know it's a go. Like, do you have a trouble keeping things for yourself versus letting somebody else have it? Because I know I would think that would be a struggle. Like, I want to keep it all, but at the end of the day, it might be a little easier to pay them bills, or it might make sense for somebody else to hop on it.
Yeah.
How's that work for you?
I have a lot of songs that I keep, man, that's not even out yet. I mean, I just recently started putting a lot of stuff out, and it was one of those things where you don't know what's going to be good or whatever, and I had to get past that like fear of this might be trash or that might be trash. So stop caring about that and just start putting out whatever I think is good. If I think it's good, I'm gonna put it out. If people don't like it, it's like that's fine because I love it.
Right, right.
So
So you're making the music more, when you're making music, of course, we have aspirations and dreams, but
yeah,
like, when you make a song, it don't gotta be, you don't need a gratification from somebody else or that verification that it's hot.
yeah. I'd rather a person just be real with me. Like if it's dope like that, I guess it's cool to tell me. But like I like realists, so I like to know what's wrong with my music because I like to figure out what I can do better. You know, because when you have a lot of people telling you your stuff is good, you're either going to get big headed or you're just going to always wonder like, are you lying to me?
Right,
Like,
right.
or what is going on? So
It's okay to be a little uh, pessimistic
yeah,
sometimes. It can keep you on your toes.
yeah,
I like to hear sometimes, you trash, bro. Work harder. And I'll be like,
yeah.
you tripping. But at the same time, you be like,
Some
yo,
people
you
need
know
it.
what? I'm going to use that
Yeah.
and run with it. Let me ask you in terms of like working with other like artists in Charlotte. Are there any artists that you have worked with or that you may want to work with on the production side and as an artist?
Well, I mean, I got both. Like artist side. I guess I got shout out my boy Vaso. I've
Okay.
done a lot of music with him. It's probably one of my top artists that I'm close to at least. And his music is great. Um, and when it comes to production, I
Mhm.
have a guy, Christian Mahalik or Mellow Bangin'.
Okay.
I like his beats and his production style. Um, as far as producers,
Are you looking for? Will you cook up? I mean, will y'all? I've seen a couple of. Well, shoot, that whole Atlanta wave really from who was it? South London on the track.
yeah,
Who else was it? All those guys came out to get Sunny Digital. A bunch of guys came up doing that together.
yeah.
But like, do you look at any of those guys, or have y'all met up, or
Oh
like,
yeah, I
how does
mean
that?
these
What's the
are
producer world like out here?
well, it's what you wanted to be, man. I mean, you got people where everything is going to be online, or phone calls and texting, and I don't like that too much because you don't really know, what a person really is about. The people that I have around me are people that are close to me, people I know. If I meet somebody and they're good at music and we, start to do music, I see they're serious about what they do. They don't BS. I like that. And, I'm gonna keep you around me. And that's how I feel about those two guys I named. Like, they always come through every
Mm.
time. Um, I mean, I've done songs for them, with them. They done, done things for me, like send me beats and all that type of thing. I mean, but it's just, I love it, man. But, those are my guys, bro.
I wanna play a song from you right now, that I heard that I like, and I wanna know, um, did you produce Love Sick?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. Okay. So that kind of gave me. I want the people to kind of get an understanding of your style. That might have been just one of your ways,
Oh
because
yeah,
that was different than what I was expecting
yeah.
coming from you. But
Oh
I
yeah.
but I liked it though, and I wanted to know the production was good, what you was talking about was good. That's a dangerous combination, bro.
Yeah.
When you can do them both, we see what Kanye West done
Mhm.
achieve. We seen what a lot of guys done achieve.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and play the track. We got Love Sick. It's on iTunes. You got it? Where you got it at?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
everywhere.
out?
Yeah, it's on all platforms, man. Dranik South.
Okay.
That's all you gotta do, honestly. Y'all want to know about me? Type in Dranik South.
Dranik South.
Google me, Bing me, Facebook, Instagram. It don't matter.
All of
Everywhere.
that. We'll play the track. We'll come back. I got a couple more things I want to ask you though. See what you got coming up or what we can expect in the works. But we got Dranik South. It's on. Pull up the iTunes and it should.
Wasn't a rush when I was in it. I've made my It wasn't a rush when I was in it. I've I've made my mind up too, but I don't know if you're all about just winning. Cause I'm trying to fuck with you. My life has been all around in circles, and I swear this isn't cool. Still, I don't know what I really wanna do. Show me your love, I'll show you I care. Won't make no promises I can't keep, I swear. Go on that road with me, show that you're down. I'll tell my secrets, baby, but don't make a sound. Just know that I tried to make a little right, but it didn't work out that good for me. So you can't say I would never ride. I don't wanna change your love, I just wanna make you famous and make you feel like you're supposed to feel, and live a little dangerous. Do you wanna be my baby? Late night trying to fuck you crazy. In between your legs, yeah, you really taste it. I don't wanna stop cause it feel amazing. It wasn't a rush when I was in it. I've made my mind up too, but I don't know if you're all about just winning. Cause I'm trying to fuck with you. My life has been all around in circles, and I swear this isn't cool. Still, I don't know what I really wanna do. Show me your love, I'll show you I care. Won't make no promises I can't keep, I swear. Go on that road with me, show that you're down. I'll tell my secrets, baby, but don't make a sound. A little dangerous.
We are back in the building. This, that, and the third interview series. That was Dranik Souf, Love Sick, giving them dope vibes, man. You trying to bring the R&B vibes back, yeah? So that's how you coming with it, okay? Tell me how that song came together. Where did that come from? Where would you at making it? Who was it about?
Oh man.
You know, if we can go into it. What's up? What's up?
Honestly, man, this song, I was at home like I always am, man. I'm just playing different sounds or whatever, and basically the beat came along, and I just started writing. Like it wasn't really geared toward anybody at first, really. I mean, and not even too much. It's just one of those things where you think about, some of your past, but then you also tell a story too. So, but I'm writing a little bit, and then that wasn't really going too great at first. I just got on the mic and I just start like, basically, I don't know what you call. I call it like skit or whatever, scat or whatever, however that word is. But it's like a freestyle, but you're not really saying much. You're just like humming or harmonizing, trying to figure out like the tone of how you want to go. And once I did that, then I started writing to those sounds.
Yeah, so you put the melody, you put the melody, and you knew how you wanted it to sound. Yeah. See, that's why y'all dangerous, bro. I don't know if artists might do that too, but like you knew exactly what it take. You just wanted to lay it down, and the words was gonna speak for itself once you cut.
Oh yeah.
I like that record though. That's Love Sick. Where can they find that at again? Everywhere.
That's everywhere on all major platforms, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere, man. Tidal, Deezer. Dranik Souf, that's all you gotta type in, and I'm there. A lot of people ask like, "Where's your music at, man?" It's all online. You can find me everywhere.
Look, man, Dranik Souf is out here, man. He's a Carolina guy. Y'all see he got the R&B vibes. Y'all see the eyes on my man's right there. Big ass dude, yo. I know you got where the hoes at, Dranik? Man, where's the hoes at, bro?
I don't know. Man.
I know the hoes out here. Listen, man. Look, I'm letting y'all know. Is there more music? Is there more music?
Plenty
for the ladies though.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. I just letting them know. It's more for the ladies out here. That's a banger right there. Let me ask you what you got coming up in terms of like albums, shows, tapes. Are we gonna release more of this music to the public. Like,
Oh
you
yeah.
can't keep it all, man.
Oh
Can't
yeah.
keep it
You
all.
know, I'm working on an album, mixtape, well, pretty
Okay.
much an album, because I have so many songs, like I said, that I haven't released, and now it's about putting them together. And you know, it's kind of weird because I have a lot of R&B stuff, you know, and that's for the people that love it, you know, the ladies that love it, things like that. In those moments, because we all have those moments,
Yeah.
like you know,
For sure.
you know. But then I also have the other side, and you know, that's more street, you know,
Give
type
them,
shit.
give them
And-
one song. You got something that's out they could listen to. If you could send them one way to get the
Yeah.
other side, you
The
know,
other
because they gonna be
side,
looking.
You just like the other side. I'm a real one is on all major platforms.
I'm a real one.
I'm a real one.
Okay, that's for the
everywhere.
streets.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
Alright.
Yeah.
No, the streets, they looking like, bruh.
Yeah.
We knew Dranik through music, but that ain't even the shit we like, bro. What's that? But okay, they
I'm
can.
still gonna make, you know, I'm still gonna always, you know, make music for my street people, because at the end of the day, that's how I was growing up, you know. Just
Okay.
because I sing, man, I mean, I've been out here fighting, doing my thing, and trying to find a way, make a way through this world, you know. And you know, I sing because I have to, you know. That was my gift, but I also express the other side, you know. So
Let me ask you, Dranik, before I get you out of here, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Definitely, you know, bless them with the social media. But like, do you have you got something you can give them right now? Like, even if it's something from a track that you can, you know, throw out there. But if you got something off the dome, like whatever you want to do, you
nah,
know.
man, I don't have nothing right now, man.
Okay.
Nah, not right now.
All right. But they can go listen to.
I'm gonna get y'all that. I'm gonna get y'all some of that real soon, though. I mean,
Okay.
I got all of my stuff online, yo. Like, that's what I want y'all to see, man, for real. I got freestyles online.
They can
All
check
my-
one of
you
the
know,
freestyles online.
You can check me out, man. What I've been doing from a long time ago, since I was youngest. So
Where can they find that? Where can they holler at you if they want to tap
on
in?
my YouTube, man, you type in my old name, Coke Chills Dranik. That's
Hold on.
Yeah.
We're not gonna skip over that now. Take me back to Coke Drill. What was it again? Take me back. You was about to let me
Man,
skip
yeah,
over.
you know.
I mean, I was gonna save it for maybe the second one, but now you done put it out there. Let me get that one in before we get out of here. What was your name?
It was Coke Chills Dranik, like
Coke
Coca-Cola,
Chills.
cocaine, whatever you want to call it.
So
But it wasn't-
there is a street element,
It wasn't.
folks.
Nah, that wasn't even a street, you know, term.
Okay.
It was given to me by this girl, man. She said, she basically said that I'm addicted like cocaine, so you should call yourself Coke. And I was like, oh, maybe I will, and I did it. You know, like
Hey,
a
you
dummy,
did.
really, you know. But I ran with it for a while, man.
Do you ever reference it back in your music now?
Nah, I haven't yet.
Them
I
bitches know who
haven't.
Coke Chill
But
is.
it's
Yeah, they
crazy
gotta
because
throw it back on them.
I got people that call me Coke. I got people
Okay.
that call me Chills. You know,
Okay.
so it's just one of those things. You know?
Well, let them know where they can find. Well, they can go to Coke Chills Dranik to
Yeah,
find Dranik
on
South.
YouTube,
Okay.
yeah, you can find all that there, man. All my classics. You know, you're gonna have a good time watching these
Okay.
classics too. I promise you.
Okay then, man. Well, I appreciate you for stopping by, man. Y'all know how we do. This, that, and the third interview series again, man. Shout outs to everybody in the building. I got my boy Adrian Nice in the building. What's good with you? Dave Lighty is in the building.
What's up?
TZ Da Vinci behind the camera. Shout out to Violator South. Shout out to Shauna Star Clothing. This shirt, I'm really fooling with this shirt, man. I gotta give you another one of these, man. You'll see all the Carolinas on here, North and South look representing like that. But it's a little fire, right? You know, we're gonna do a little something more with it. But shout out to Shauna Star Clothing, man, for the custom. It's this, that, and the third interview series. Y'all make sure to check out the next one. But it's Dranik South, it's Steven the Dream. Catch y'all in the next one.